Good morning and welcome to the Northland News. I'm Rudy Harper.
And I'm Jessica Peters. Experts say 50% of sexually active people under the age of 25 will get an STD, and some of them won't even know about it. Rafael Vieira talked to students to see their reaction to this surprising statistic.
The numbers are out there. 1 out of 2 sexually active young people will get an STD before they turn 26 years old.
Are you serious?
Does that surprise you?
Half people? Wow, that's crazy. I never would have guessed that stat.
I just didn't think it would be as high, I guess. Really.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I had no idea it was that way.
That's a lot of people if 50% of the population has an STD.
On the other hand, some people were not surprised by this number.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
I don't necessarily think it surprises me. I think that lots of people don't take the precautions necessary.
That doesn't surprise me based on what I've heard, especially in high school.
Most of people will not even know they got an STD until they get tested.
I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm surprised at the pure number of it.
They teach so many classes in high school and in junior high, but so many kids still don't use condoms. I mean, that's why there's so many underage pregnancies and so many out-of-wedlock pregnancies that people don't plan because they don't protect themselves. I think that everybody should go get checked up.
Student Life will be hosting a free confidential STD test this upcoming Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The test will happen at the 3rd floor of Thompson Building, and it will be performed by professionals from the Platte County Health Department. Reporting live for the Northland News, Rafael Vieira.
The test is free and you only need to bring a photo ID. For more information, contact Sam Gross at this number. In news, after being flooded for months, English Landing Park in Parkville will reopen for the community on April 12th. The mayor will host a ribbon cutting at 9 a.m. The day also includes a tree planting in recognition of Arbor Day. This is to symbolize the rebirth of the park following the 2011 flood, which killed approximately 100 trees throughout the park. The city staff is working to make sure everything is ready for reopening.
Park's Rotaract Club is reaching out to students in Africa. The club is asking for donations to send to Door Elementary School and Junior High School in Liberia. The items they are looking for include textbooks, pens, backpacks, notebooks, and any other school-related supplies. The supplies will be sent to the schools on April 30th. A donation box will be located outside of room 210 in Copley Hall, or you could also contact Diana McElroy at 816-584-6465.
The 7th Annual Research and Creative Arts Symposium is finally underway. On Monday, the week began with students displaying photography, posters, and art of all kinds. They also gave oral presentations in the CDL in the afternoon and later on Tuesday. Today, you can find music presentations in the Graham Tyler Memorial Chapel from 2 to 5 p.m. And the curtain closes on the symposium tomorrow, finishing up the week with drama presentations in the David Theater from 2 to 5.
If you are a commuter student, you might be in for a big change. Jeremy Everts tells you why.
I'm standing at the intersection of 169 and 9 Highway, just east of the Park University campus, where 35,000 drivers use this stretch of highway every day. And it's beginning to take a toll on the road. Beginning in mid-July and continuing through the remainder of 2012, the Missouri Department of Transportation is planning major repairs along the south and northbound lanes of US 169 Highway between 9 Highway and the downtown airport. According to MoDOT, because of the extensive repairs needed, they are announcing the plans months in advance to prepare those who normally drive in the area. This section of highway has to be completely shut down because crews will be working between the railroad and the Missouri River. That's too dangerous to do with normal traffic. So what are the plans to close 169 Highway do for you as a commuter to Park University?
Well, they're gonna it sounds like they're going to severely inhibit my my ability to get here without wasting an extraordinary amount of time. It takes me about 45 minutes to get to work from my hometown now. With the change in traffic, I imagine it's going to take me upwards of an hour and a half to get into work and to go home. So it's going to suck.
MoDOT officials suggest using the Fairfax, Heart of America, or Bond bridges for the 5 months while the repairs are being made. To find out more about the closure, visit the following link. Reporting for the Northland News, this is Jeremy Everts.
The Spectrum Club held its first annual variety show on Tuesday night at David Theater, but this was no ordinary talent show. Amateur and professional drag queens from around Kansas City got together to entertain Park University with hilarious antics, wild costumes, and some education about the drag culture. Spectrum Vice President Kyle Hamilton explained the purpose for the event.
Well, this is Park University's very first drag show. And so we thought it was really important to make sure everyone knew this is going to be a pretty family-friendly event, PG to PG-13. But we're really excited to bring this to the campus.
It's prom season for area high schools, but many students are more worried about being able to afford it than finding a date. Park Stylist Editor Andrea Enns, along with several Park University organizations, are working towards making prom possible with the Northtown Prom Project.
They are asking for donations of dresses and men's formal wear. They are also asking for donated services such as hairstyling and makeup, because that's very important during this time. If you have clothes or services to donate, contact Annie Enns or click on the donate link on the Northland News Facebook page before this Saturday.
Park grad students went to Italy over spring break, and part of their trip agenda was to interview Italian students.
Yes, many of the students were nervous because they didn't speak fluent Italian, but that did not stop them. Here was their experience.
In America, everything is big, and I like it.
And a connection was made. Park graduate students were uncertain before entering the gates of Bologna University in Italy. Once through, those worries were gone.
You know, initially when their professor said hello in English, I was like, oh, okay, oh, he's about to talk to them in English. This is fine. But no, you know, he went into Italian. It was like, oh, well, maybe they don't speak English. And we introduced ourselves, but once we broke into our smaller groups, I told them, I was like, you know, my Italian is really limited. And they made a joke like, well, our English is not. And I was like, well, hey, that's great. So we'll meet in the middle and we'll make this thing work.
Their purpose? To speak with Italian students about their culture, life, and perspective of Americans.
Almost identical to Americans in that aspect. We have a lot of similar interests. We like to do the same things. We have the same issues with school and finding jobs and things like that. So they seemed almost very similar to us.
What truly is the perspective of Americans?
Oh, I think, you know, we're liked. I mean, although we sometimes are viewed as the ugly American, and sure, in some cases we could be, but at least with this group, a lot of them liked our individuality of, you know, just being us, you know, our individual style and things like that. But overall, I think it's a good view. It's a good view.
One of the most fun, greatest things that I've ever gotten to do. I don't know. I don't think that you can find a better way to learn about Italian culture rather than throwing yourself into it and just asking the people there who live it every day. So I think this was a great experience, and I hope to do some more.
A good view indeed, and overall the positive experience will remain on the minds of all 12 students that attended. For Northland News, Rudy Harper.
With the semester coming to an end, it's time to register for upcoming classes, and study abroad courses are great learning experiences. Brittany Probst has more.
Registration for next semester's classes is now open. Park offers a variety of study abroad courses that can be taken for a semester, a year, or some over the fall and spring break periods like LE 300, the Literary Review of the Holocaust.
The goal of this course is to take two disciplines and to bring them together and to look at them from a couple of different points of view for our LE 300 capstone. The material is challenging, but I always enjoy the students learning. The study abroad component, I think, is just almost life-changing for many students, and so that is itself is a great part of the learning experience.
Learning about the Holocaust in a classroom is beneficial, but being able to travel to Auschwitz and Dachau and stand where the Jews stood and see the buildings where they did the medical experiments puts it on a whole new personal level. Dr. Jane Wood tells us about one of her most impacting moments.
Probably visiting Auschwitz this last trip, and when we came to the part with the human hair, I could not. I just had this moment of incomprehension, and I turned to our tour guide and I said, "What in the world would they have kept this for?" And then she pointed to the bolt of cloth, and it was just so far outside my understanding at that moment. You really need that personal connection often before it feels real, before it feels like something that you have to get involved in. So I think anytime students are traveling with the subject material to get closer physically and personally to what they're studying, anytime we can do that, we make it more real, more connected, more personal, and hopefully make the students feel like they will want to take action, whatever they feel the best action is in the future. So for every student that we do that, I hope that we make the world a better place.
Reporting for the Northland News, this is Brittany Probst.
Housing applications for living in the residence halls for the 2012-2013 school year have been opened. Both Copley Quad and Chestnut Hall are open for applications as well. This year, the residence life staff are doing things a little bit differently. All current students who finish their applications and contract by May 1st will be entered to win one of two $500 housing grants. There will be a large influx of new students in August, so make sure applications are in by the school year to make sure you get your housing preference.
In sports, the Park University Spirit Squad held one of 5 open gym sessions last week in Labor Hall. These sessions are designed to help the attendees increase their chances of performing well during the upcoming tryouts by working on their stunting and tumbling skills. There is much anticipation for the Spirit Squad going into the new season. They recently received new uniforms just before the end of this past season. Tryouts for the 2012-2013 team will take place on Saturday, April 21st. For more information, contact this link.
Park's baseball team struggled to find a win yesterday against Mid-American Nazarene. The Pirates only scored 3 runs in both games, losing 4-1 in the opener and 4-2 in the second game. However, the Pirates were able to hold on to only 8 runs on 11 hits. The guys resumed their conference play Friday and Saturday at Comfort Field against William Woods University. Friday's doubleheader begins at 1. Thanks for watching this edition of the Northland News.
Be sure to stay in touch with the Northland News team. Upcoming, we have interviews with the president of Park University, Dr. Drogi, and student body president, Kirby Apollos, also assistant dean of student life, Jamie Uden.
Be sure to check back with us next week for the latest in Park News.